we don't let it go at that, but there are a lot of...
Called CP squared has 51 degrees of freedom, making...
On the way home, I got hungry, and I ate it. We're Americans, and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and this waitress comes up.
All right, folks, here we go with another MAGA Lunatics. Say demented goddamn motherfucking things. It's more of fuck around and find out what now. What are these MAGA idiots learning about their dear leader that they were told he would never lie to them? And now we're finding out he lied about pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and bring in our co-host. That's our...
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Yes, and I guess you're
Howdy,
right.
motherfuckers.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good, good. Are you ready to talk about Lunatics? And go over the
I'll try.
democracy?
I'll try. If you promise not to fry my brains.
I'm gonna promise that I'm not going to try, but it may happen. I'm gonna try to not.
Wait.
But that's
I'm talking about my brains. I don't even have those.
yeah, fry your circuits. There we go.
And still I'm
nice.
smarter than a flirt and a MAGA.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and bring in our guest, and that is our
hauling ass, dragging holes, even 40 below. Of the past, down a pit, snow or rain gives no shits. Throwing chains, hooking hooks, giving Big Iron a good look. Here he comes, fairly tame. What the fuck is his name? Al Trucker!
War never changes. And we are the Galactic Penguin Federation, NASA's enforcers. We rain fire on our enemies and fight hand to hand across the galaxy. We are ever seen, yet we are never seen in our fight for liberty. We will kick down any door and fight any secret societies.
I knew it. She's a lizard person.
My name, Commander 401. And this is how we handle our problems.
You gotta step up and beat that bully with a stick.
with the stick. How's it?
With the stick straight up the ass. Donald Trump needs one of those.
At the least.
Well, it'll be MAGA branded when he does it.
Yes. Totes.
Yeah. Fucking cunt.
How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Pretty good. Well,
Glad to hear it.
not everybody. Dog ain't doing that.
Well, Dog's having a rough day. Everybody put a
He slipped on his treadmill and he
put a
smashed his
C in the
face.
put a C in the chat for you know
shit.
why.
Yeah. Everybody
Is he in the
Dog some love.
hospital?
No, he just needs a rest and a lot of Tylenol. Acetaminophen. Whatever they call that. Over
So, everybody send him some love. Sorry to hear
Yeah.
that, doggos. Hopefully you're in the background listening if it's not too painful. And get lots of rest.
Well, it depends
and
on what you're
heal.
gonna bring us here.
We're going to be talking about MAGA. Of course it's going to be painful.
It's going to be painful.
Yeah, no, obviously, and especially when you're going to hear what Trump said today about a certain
Oh, Greenland, he's not going to
no, a
roll
certain bay.
out.
No, the certain
He also said he's not going to rule out using armed force to take over Greenland.
yeah, and or other places.
Well,
but let's talk about
what fucking
let's do this first.
That would be a lesson in how to lose all your allies in one go.
Exactly. So let's do this way. Let us do our intros,
why did my camera
and
stop?
we will say hello to the side of my chat.
that's
Then
not
I have I have a comedy bit to play as an icebreaker, even though we've not even broken into the ice. But I want to do this
Like
first.
you're gonna start us off in a good mood.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm totally, because the next thing I'm gonna play is gonna like ruin everybody's fucking day. Although it's hilarious as fuck,
No,
it's gonna ruin
what
our
he's
day.
doing is bringing us a false sense of security.
You know,
Sure.
You know, Don Jr. went to Greenland this morning or something, right?
Yeah, no, he's in there. He's there right now.
Yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. And they had a fucking drug dealer actually scream to make Greenland part of America, but the only one they could get to do it was a fucking drug dealer.
An ex-drug dealer, I even think, or something. I don't know. Anyways, yeah.
Good. He must have been taking some mad drugs to come to the conclusion that that's a good idea.
Yeah, obviously. So let's do some intro thingy, my bobbers, and then we will get say hello to the side of chats.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard! Action Bastard, I need you! Action Bastard, I need you! Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. You're stupid.
I shouldn't find them funny, but you.
For everyone's information, Beavis and Butthead were Modern Earth the Chump Boys.
What?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Say it one more time.
Beavis and Butthead were Modern Earth the Trump Boys. They
Exactly.
literally spied on Eric and Don Jr. as inspiration for the Butthead.
Exactly.
That was the most believable thing I've heard about that whole place. The MAGA place in a long time.
Let's say hello to the side of my chest right quick. Hello, Canadian Alderman.
How's she going, eh?
We've got a Tank Girl.
Hey, Tank
Girl.
Yes.
That's
Please,
actually
everybody
Tank
hit the
Girl's
like button. She's probably going to be back in time. Well, now she's Tank Girl because we've been interacting, and I feel like calling her Tank Girl was probably the better way to go. So, and then we have a look at trees.
Hey, trees.
Stop the stupidity.
Oh, I wish somebody would.
We have a demon orb.
Hey, demon.
Mr. Fair.
Hello,
Mr. Fear. How are you?
The Fear.
Okay. Then you're pet dragon. It is. All right. I'm down. Okay. There we go.
Did I get it right or did I get it wrong? I can't see the chat. I'm busy.
She said Slim. She said in all caps, Slim. I'm your pet dragon.
Yeah.
So you bought a dragon from Tank Girl? Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Yes.
See,
all right.
I thought that was right because I keep reading the name and I'm like, yo,
totally
it's
okay
not.
with that for
Tank
sure.
Girl and Jet Girl are people, and Tank Girl's pet dragon is a pet dragon.
Yes. I'm sorry to hear that about your cat. Hopefully they're okay. Let us
Oh, no.
know what's happening with that.
What? Whose pussy is hurt? What?
Pet dragon. Can't stay long. My youngest cat needs an emergency visit to the vet.
Jesus.
MFR has an abscess on the side. So hopefully that
That's bad
is
news.
okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I believe we said everybody in the Cinema chats. If anybody didn't say hello. If you're in the side chat and you didn't say hi,
You
go ahead and say
forgot
hello
about
to
me.
us. Yeah, hey Al. Anyways,
but you're
No,
here.
you didn't. I don't mean me. I'm like, that's what they should say in the chat. Say,
yeah,
hey,
well, there
you
we go.
forgot
There we
about
go.
me.
Sure, and or yes, or and yeah, totally. Anyways, Demon Orb says Junior was sad. The white powder in Greenland was just snow. Exactly. Molly.
Yeah.
he did go on the other day on his podcast and go. Somebody wrote in a message. Did we see you doing cocaine on TV the other day? And I saw a thing on X and blah blah blah. And he goes, of course I wasn't doing cocaine. If I was doing cocaine, I'd be like Hunter Biden and everybody would know. It's like, that's not a good scapegoat, dumbass. Like, literally, that's the worst thing you can say is everybody would be talking about if I was doing coke. No, you know what's happening? Everybody's talking about you doing coke, dumbass. Literally,
and also like the big difference is how much is Hunter Biden involved with Biden's politics?
Zero.
Possibly
zero.
Possibly
How
zero
much
or
is
adjacent
Don
to zero,
Jr.?
I believe.
How much is little
Trump's-
Trump interact?
Yeah,
involved
they're
with it?
involved.
Quite a
They're
bit.
involved in all of his stuff and things.
Yeah,
But they
so
complain.
I
They
don't
complain
get like
so loudly at the slightest thing, and I like the pardon thing didn't look good. It didn't look good.
Trump,
but I don't blame him.
Trump literally during interviews, somebody asks him a tough question or question. He was like, "You're a mean person. You're only doing this because that's me." It's like, shut up, bitch. Just
You work
answer
for
the
the
question.
you work for the terrible, corrupt media. Is his answer
Yeah.
to any question he doesn't want to answer?
Yeah, of
What a
course.
fucking tool.
Enter the media, girl sucking spine and stand up to that asshole, or you will regret it for the rest of your life.
If you get to live that
They
long,
they
I wouldn't
need
be
to stop
surprised if we see them
sane-washing.
strung up in the square.
They need to stop sane washing Trump. That's the thing that's really pissing me off.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, like
yeah.
making it palatable. But yeah, like
Yeah, well-
there won't be any media left if he gets his way.
No, of course not. Obviously, he'll make
It'll
it
be all
like
his
the
sycophants
Russian state.
will
It'll
be
be like the
pretending to
Russian
hold a
state.
paper.
Yeah, it'll be like the Russian state, North Korea, where
Oh,
it's
it'd be more like
controlled.
North Korea
Media's
than anything
controlled.
else we've ever seen. I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I do not have any faith whatsoever. I know I
And,
should. I know I should, but I don't.
And yes, stop the stupidity. People knew about Hunter because he went to treatment, but also he did write a memoir that it's good that he wrote all this stuff in there, but he unfortunately told a little too much. And because Republicans were trying to get Biden no matter what, they went and fucking told, that's why he got arrested for what he did. It wasn't because
Yeah, but again, like, oh, your son fucked up.
Yeah.
Then it's like that's shitty for you. Not like, oh, that makes you a bad what? Like if it's your underage kid that fucks up, yes, okay, then it's kind of on you. But like,
well, from a supervision point of view.
And
I hate
again,
to tell you this, but underage kids fuck shit up. It just happens.
Well, and again,
but
hold on.
They're fucking up and fucking up.
Well, and hold on. And once again, I'm an advocate for any adult doing whatever they want, right? He was an adult doing drugs and doing whatever that was technically legal. The only thing he doing drugs is, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't really do anything wrong. You know what most of Americans do? Exactly what he did. Cheat on their taxes, not pay them in time, get a gun while they're fucking junkie. Most people are fucking drunk. They drink every day. Is that on the quiz? Hey, how many birds do you have every fucking minute? You know, no, that's not on there. It's do you do any illegal drugs? Beer should alcohol should goddamn be pretty much. If the other ones are, it should be too. Or just make
Alcohol
everything legal, yo
is
weirdos.
worse for you than
Most
weed.
everything. Well, and well, I don't know.
Oh,
But anyways, once
I
again,
can look up the video that I saw about that. It was quite interesting.
Once again,
I think that's debatable, and it probably is person specific in a way.
it's master debatable for sure. I'll totally agree. It's master debatable.
I'll look it up and post it in the Discord later.
You shouldn't have two sets of rules for. You shouldn't have one rule for alcohol and another rule for definitely marijuana and cannabinoids.
I think it depends. It depends. If something is more harmful than the other, then
hold on,
it should be regulated better.
I think I just got.
And Al, what was the name of that member of Parliament who suggested that New England and the West Coast become part of Canada?
Oh fuck! Oh man, I saw that. That was about a week ago, right? I saw that on
awesome.
one of our Canadian channels. One of our Canadian news channels had that, and I watched it quickly. But I've forgotten the guy's name. He's not a major politician yet, but he's making a name for himself. And right now, because we just had our PM just resigned as the leader, so he's going to be the PM until there's an election, basically. But they'll look for a new leader, and then they'll have a new election. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so as far as approval goes, that would have more chance of passing in a referendum than Canadians wanting to be part of America, I'm sure. I've seen.
You know what? I was just down in the States in I guess the Adirondacks, like by Lake Placid area.
Okay, good luck Pet Dragon, and let us know.
Yeah, have the best luck possible with the kitty cat.
Yeah.
Hope that goes well.
For the cat, for the pussy.
But what I found is it was a much quieter piece of New York than other places I've been to. Like I've been I've been to New York City. Well, that's not necessarily obvious, but I have been there. I've also been to like the Buffalo, Niagara area multiple times. And down
that's
around.
Where I went. That's where I went.
That's where you've been in New York. Yeah, that's
where
New York.
I went.
New York is much of it is a very busy, very multicultural state with a lot of stuff going on in the big centers. But in the country, what I noticed is different than what I've seen in other rural places in the states that I've traveled to in the last couple of years. The Trump signs were small. They were like the size of like a piece of paper that you'd hand in your homework on. And people had them, but there weren't as many of them. And they were just little things that said like, you know, Trump or Trump Vance or something like that. People still had them up, but they weren't all over the place. Because other places I've been, like much more built up places, the signs are like the size of a car and they're all over the damn place.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's a sign that people are a little quieter about their politics. And what I found traveling through New England is that people there are a little like there's certainly some right wingers there, but there's a lot of people there that have left leaning, live as you want, kind of don't fuck around with me and I won't fuck around with you kind of tendencies, and they're thinking from the limited experience I've had. But I've traveled through New England probably a dozen times or more, and that's what I found. So I think you're right, Commander. There might be a like on that.
Are there people in New York that support Trump? I thought he fucked over that whole state.
New York is big,
extremely rural everywhere.
There's a lot of different parts of New York.
Assholes and Nazis everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, and most people think New York is New York, but there's a lot more of the state
up near the Canadian border, near the Vermont border, like up in the Lake Country where there's it's a very rural area. It's a lot of it is also quite like there's either really rich people or really poor folks there.
Yeah.
So you got people either living in a trailer or mobile home or people living in a mansion, and there's no just regular homes in that area for whatever reason. The economics of the area probably. So, you know, I would imagine a lot of people, like, they just have money, and so they have great big places. And then the people that work in the area just get what they can get for housing.
Yes,
But,
definitely. And the generational thing is the problem. But let's crack on. Hey, Wolfie.
Hey, little wolf.
Let's go ahead and
Good to see
get
you.
into this comedian talking about the names of militias in America, and we're going to die laughing listening to this.
It's really interesting to me that the most anti-gay group out there is called the Proud Boys.
Oh, wow. He ain't wrong.
That.
Yeah.
He ain't wrong.
Hey, I've noticed that one as well.
Yeah.
I totally
I hope
misheard you,
there's nothing
Slim.
here, but I don't want to see their boobs shake while they run at me down the aisle. The Proud Boys. We got to stop the gays.
You know, the Proud Boys, most of them are like manatees. And they do have titties.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of making fun of people for their body shape and size. But I know.
If they weren't cunts, I wouldn't have done
You know,
that.
and that's the thing
mean,
is, like, I know they're cunts. I'd like to bring down I'd like to bring down their politics and their ideology rather than their body shape.
And I'm sorry,
I
Al.
get it.
Sure.
I am really sorry, Al.
I get it. I'm throwing that out there because I know when this stuff happens, people dig into shit. They know it gets under people's skin.
Well,
and I do get that. I know that's
This is okay. Really quick.
I'm also picturing these people who couldn't run with the damn in tactical gear with, you know, like.
So once again, we're not. They're not all of them are,
like.
Let's put it this way. They're not all fat. They have just not worked out in 20 years, so they have no muscle mass. Let's put it that way. They're like me, or they have a beer gut and they don't actually, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, we're gonna take over the government, and you're like, you look like a dope boy. Not saying fat, but like you look like you don't have muscles. Like, you know, that's kind of what I want to go with.
The reason why I think like making fun of them in that way is not that bad is because they actually think they are the most fit, the best, the greatest.
Yeah, they think their alpha is crap.
The lack of self-awareness around their actual ability to do anything is wild. But you know, a lot of them are armed, and if your finger can move half an inch, you're all set. So you know, you gotta watch out for that.
Sure, but then
but somebody else's finger can also move half an inch.
But all
they can probably duck for cover.
All they have to do is just.
And there was an asshole in Virginia, by the way, that the FBI found like more explosives on that asshole.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that in a minute.
Any other raid?
It's already right below what's happening, what's on screen. We're going to talk
about let's to this silly dude for a bit more.
So, yes. So, who is this comedian?
Guy's a professional.
Yes. And once again.
Is infecting our brains with all this rot.
And then once again, Al.
Yeah.
A comedian can have space to make fun of almost anything in this space.
I agree to a point.
We're not completely saying everybody is 500 pounds that is in a militia, especially the 3%ers.
I understand that.
Let's crack on.
I don't want to make it the whole premise of the entire
his
show.
Name. So his name is along. His name is Cliff Cash.
Cliff Cash.
And his channel, Cliff Cash, and his channel
is in relation to Johnny.
I don't know, but anyways, his channel name is, and everybody go show him some love, like, subscribe. He does all kinds of amazing stuff. He's a Southern boy that does not think like Southern boys. Let's put it that way, or Southern men.
He's not the stereotypical mindset, which is a good thing to see once in a while.
You can tell he was raised that way, but he came out of the fog. Let's put it that way. Or
he had to look around at what was being said.
He got learned it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Anyways,
So
anyways,
unlike
let's track on.
all the Southern boys, he's a Southern man.
Yes. So, anyways, let's track on. So, Cliff Cash Comedy is the name of his channel.
Like, dude, your group name is the gayest shit I've ever heard in my life. Proud Boys. I immediately picture a cleat twerking in a rainbow onesie on a pride float. That's the first thing I think of.
Exactly.
Tassels, baby dick out. I don't know. It's a very gay name. It's awesome.
Oh my God. Can you imagine a Proud Boy hearing that? Him say those words all together. You know how mad they must get? Oh my Jesus. They just would start punching each other in the face because of how mad they would get. You know what I'm saying? They literally would just like start pummeling each other because they're like, I ain't gay, no homo, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'd be so anti-gay, they would just start fighting each other and then end up having gay sex at the end anyways.
Their intelligence is so low, and like somebody will be saying like, oh yeah, that's a gay name. Oh, then they're gonna think all their friends are gay, and then they're gonna fight them because they think their friends are all gay.
I'm gay, bro. I'm gay. I'm gay. Yeah, totes. Exactly. That's what happens in the locker room until they end up having sex with each other anyways. Because that if you're yelling at that, you probably do kind of want to at least try things.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
At some point, you can't hold back the knees, you know. And if a woman doesn't want to fuck you, then yeah, you're kind of screwed.
Well, yeah. Hey, Hive Science, welcome.
Hey, Hive.
No,
Oh,
so
Bree,
here we go.
how's it going?
Yeah, and Bree, you're gonna love this. Just wait until he gets into the next bit.
Proud Boys is the gayest group name I've ever heard. Only thing gayer would be like dudesfuckingotherdudes.com. You know what I mean? Like.
Yes.
That's so great.
And you know, the reason why they're so anti-gay is because they're fighting their own desires.
No, obviously, in the back of their mind, most of them, and I am not going to 100% claim this, but most of them probably, and you know what happens just with normal humans, I'm sure, which I don't know, because I'm totally saying I'm pan and bi, and, you know, I have thoughts about hot Greek dudes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I figure that most people have some kind of inclinations at every once in a while. You get like a bro crush or something, kind of, you know. I have a couple bro crushes on some of my friends, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna sit here and look at you because you're so beautiful. But that's as far as it wants to go with certain things like that, right? But if you were told that you know, being gay was totally wrong, and you had a bro crush or whatever, I could see them freaking out and be like, oh no, hell no, you know. And then, you know, the person who yells about the loudest that they are not the thing, they're probably the thing. You know what I'm saying? We always find that out, you know.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
Ted Haggard.
Yeah, exactly. All the people that are anti those things, they end up being the one who's having sex with the male prostitute in the hotel room while they're smoking meth off of their butt or whatever, you know. I mean,
Commander,
like,
there actually is a really great song about that. And Ted Haggerty is completely heterosexual.
Oh, I thought you were talking about smoking meth off of male prostitute's butt. I'm like, show me that song. We need to make that as an AI song. Priest smoking meth off of a gay prostitute, a male prostitute's or sex worker's butt. I mean, I want to say, just because it's more offensive to say the word, and I'm not being offensive against that because I work in the industry or have, and I'm planning on getting back into the industry. So I'm not saying prostitute as a thing, as a negative. I'm just saying it was a thing. Sex worker, I should probably say. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I was not trying to. I was just being silly. So let's crack on.
I have really bad news, Proud Boys. What a dumb name. That's what I would call them if I didn't know their name and I was mocking them to their face. I'd be like, oh, look at these boys. Look how proud these boys are. You boys gonna go overthrow the government with those nunchucks you got from the flea market with your pawpaw.
I love this
flea
dude.
market nunchucks.
I know, that's why I love him so much, dude. This bit is so fucking amazing, dude.
What? People have knocked their tooth out with flea market nunchucks than have knocked another person's teeth out with them.
Yeah. Yes, and that's totally what he said. Ted said he wasn't gay. He just had tendencies that he acted on. And by talking to Jesus Christ and then going to that 2-week thing in the woods with all the other priests that they fucked the gay out of him. He's totally cured from gaiety after getting fucked the gay out of him, right? Isn't that who I was thinking of, right? Is that the person who I was thinking of?
Also dropped, Commander, I dropped it, the song in your DMs, and I dropped the song in the side chat, and I'm gonna drop it in Slim's music thingy.
What is it?
Ted Haggard is completely heterosexual. Ted
Haggard
that
is thing,
heterosexual.
Yeah. So here,
it's quite funny.
Yes. So let's crack on, and he gets to the next thing, which is which group?
Oh. You boys are gonna need some Capri Suns. You're gonna be thirsty from all that fucking treason. Whose mommy bought the orange slices? Look, regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum, can we at least agree we need better names for the hate groups?
Exactly, yeah.
So let's put some thought into this, guys. Oath Keeper?
The Oath Keepers? Watch. This is great.
For the hate groups. It's like, let's put some thought into this, guys. Oath Keepers? First time I heard that, I was like, oh shit, I was in that in junior high youth group. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's where you promise not to have sex until you get married, right?
They promised an oath not to rat out the priest for the naughties.
Yeah, that's right. The first time I heard the Oath Keepers, that's what I thought. I was like, wait, was I not in the Boy Scouts or a school program? I'm like, wait, I was an Oath Keeper in something, right? As a boy, in some organization. It was so funny. I was like, this sounds like what teenagers would come up with if they were trying to if a bunch of privileged kids came up with a group gang name or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the Crips, the Bloods. No, the Oath Keepers. We keep the oaths of the keepers. Sounds so freaking.
No, but they want to sound religious.
Well, and it's also they are all ex-military, and being ex-military, they're keeping the oath of the oath they took in the military and keeping it on, which again, they're breaking it by being a militia, technically. That's not what you would anyways. I'm not delving further into this because it doesn't make any sense anyways. So let's crack on.
No wonder why they're all angry and storming the Capitol. They're all virgins, they're all pissed off and frustrated.
Yes, they are. Yes,
hard
they
to be
are. They'll go up to a woman and say, I'm a cat little and I believe the action's flat. And she's like, well, just fuck off. And then they get all frustrated and they blame the liberal scientists for teaching the earth is round.
Yeah.
Actually, I found someone like that on the internet. Yeah,
that's not hard
exist.
to find those.
Yes. And yes, like I was saying, the Oath Keepers are mostly ex-military and police. That's why they're keeping the oaths of the whatever to the Constitution or whatever I think is what the oaths that they're upkeeping or something. Anyways, so now let's get into what Trump said about what Gulf? What Gulf? What Gulf? What Gulf? What Gulf are you talking about?
The Gulf of Mexico. Let's just keep it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep it that way, but let's see what Douche Nozzle freaking says. Let's watch right now.
Let's listen to this clip. Make sure you drop a like and drop a blue heart to help boost this video.
Yes, everybody please go to Adam Mockler's channel and give him a like and a thingy bobbers. But let's crack on.
$50 to $60 trillion worth of assets. We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Because that's a thing. That's totally going to be a thing. That can be a thing. That can be a thing, right? They can totally can be a thing. That can be a thing, right? I mean, totally. We can just like go to the place and just be like, I'm going to rename
if
it.
the whole world would agree with that, and like America could end up calling it that. Sure, they could.
Yeah,
but like
do you
the rest
think
of the world will never do that.
That's what exactly.
Oh, maybe Russia.
Yeah, but
and
not
North Korea.
enough. And not enough is going to. So speaking of the devil of the explosives that were found, here we go, y'all. And I'm going to speed it up just a tiny bit because I feel like this AI thingy-mabobber they did for I think it's Dark Brandon's channel goes a little slow until we get to the news report, and then maybe we will slow it down. But here we go.
They got to go slow.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing.
Keep up.
Well, no, this is for us. Yeah, it's Dark Brandon channel. This is the channel for making fun of MAGA.
Well, today, there's been a lot of news recently. So much so, wanted to make sure one of these stories that's worth talking about, we spend some time talking about. And this is where the FBI seized the largest cache of explosives in its history from a Virginia farm. Let's take a look.
To some breaking news now. The
From a vagina farm. Never mind. Virginia farm.
FBI arresting a Virginia man earlier this month after finding.
How does vagina grow on a farm?
No, I don't think it grows on a farm. I mean, you might be able to moisten it with corn, though.
It's porn you moisten it with. Jesus.
Oh, sorry. I thought we had to use the code words.
Yes.
I thought we had to use code words.
Oh my god.
And that was my farm reference. Also, I put this in the chat. I put something in the chat. I think I figured out what's going on down there.
Where? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, actually, I
No,
have
not
a
the
feeling,
private
and
one.
this bottom one.
The bottom one in the main chat, not the panel chat.
This asshole who was stop filing the bum stuff, his name is a MAGA. And
Of course,
these assholes, even after Trump takes power, whether or not the feeling of invincibility and impunity to the law is real or not, they're going to start acting on their most vile and stupid fantasies.
Well, obviously, what did we see during New Year's, right? We saw the multiple attacks that were MAGAnites that went and did it no matter what. Trump is in charge. What else do you motherfuckers want, you crackheads? God damn it. Even if you win, you assholes go, well, I still got to go with my plan to fucking do some fucking destruction.
Mind raped.
Yeah.
They've been mind raped by propaganda. Their brains don't work anymore.
No, I know. And what's even weirder, what even sucks more, I'm not going to say weirder because it's not. What sucks more is now we have all these veterans or active duty people that are doing this. But let's crack on with this. Let's listen to this, and then I have more things to get into, especially about those things.
Finding what prosecutors describe as the largest seizure of homemade explosives in Bureau history. In court documents, prosecutors say Brad Kenneth Spafford is an extreme danger to the community, and they're trying to keep him in jail. They say he had a stockpile of more than 150 pipe bombs with...
He had
150. 150 pipe bombs. Holy fuck.
And well, let me do this. I have to do this.
Wait,
obviously.
There's more.
But wait, there's more. hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
Yes. So now just listen to what else he had. He was planning to explode a bunch of stuff, supposedly, but allegedly. But listen to what else he had. Listen to what else he had.
I've got pipe bombs to use as a dildo. Like I don't have them to blow shit up. Of course he had to blow
I'm
shit
just looking for a place to put my I hope he got the contractor discount joke, but 'cause that's a lot of pipe.
Yes. So anyways, let's listen to what else he had around his family home. He has a wife and a young son. And listen, yes, and we will talk about that in just a second. Yes. He blew off 3 fingers making bombs, and that's how he got caught. His next door neighbor realized that his next door neighbor realized he was missing 3 fingers, and he goes, "Hey, what happened to your fingers, homie?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I make bombs over here." And then he's like, "Come over here and like watch me shoot guns at effigies of or things that look like Obama." Yeah, and so then he hit up the FBI and went, "Hey, dude, homie's fucking crazy. You all need to like start watching him." So let's crack on.
That's
some preloaded into a wearable vest.
150.
He had some that were preloaded into a wearable vest.
Oh, was he gonna go?
I don't even
completely Taliban?
understand how the fucker managed to blow off his fingers and not his hands. The whole hand.
It's
a structural thing.
If you're letting go and or throwing, then you can save part of your hand. That's the only reason I have my hand. I accidentally was holding a firecracker in my hand, and I was trying to like test the fuse, but I was a dumb teenager, and when I lit it and I was holding the end or I had it pinched off with pliers, it went through. And as I noticed that it went past the pliers, I was throwing it and it exploded in my open hand and hurt
I
the
used
crap
to
out of
have
it.
an
But
A2F license to load large model rockets, and
yeah,
when it's that kind of force. So I was just wondering.
yeah, and he was making his bombs, and I'm sorry to hear that you lost digits for that, unless you're making fun of him. But yes, he did have that vest is what he had. Yeah. So anyways, let's crack on.
Explosives. What do you think the intent is with so many explosives? You don't go hunting with pipe bombs or explosives.
Wait, that's not how I that's not how I hunt deer.
You can throw them in the water and
Have you
allow
not
it
seen
to blow up
Crocodile
all the
Dundee?
fish.
Yeah.
You know the fun thing
let's
about
do.
Fun thing about Virginia, there's in order to hunt things like deer, you have to use basically a 30 caliber or above. So most people who hunt deer have a 308. You can't go out with your AR and hunt deer. That's okay for like rabbits, but it's illegal to hunt deer with the small calibers.
Yes.
No,
what
usually,
caliber is an AR?
a 30-30, a 30-06, a 308. Is there a 227? I think you're allowed to use.
No,
here.
it has to be bigger than a 30 caliber. Has to
I'm
be
talking
bigger
about
than
but this
0.3
Virginia has
inches.
these specific rules. I think like the main thing though is you've got to use something that's going to be a clean, swift kill.
I think
it's got to be
minimizing
powerful enough.
suffering is the name of the game.
I think though,
that's
I
what
think,
it is.
Hold on, I think if you're balls deep in your cousin or sister, you can shoot anything with anything. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you took the same hunter safety course I did, Slim. But
Is that
I'm pretty sure.
Was that not in the safety manual?
No.
Okay, I thought it was.
No, I don't believe they covered that. We did talk about recovering waterfowl with a dog, but we didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
We didn't. You know this. You know?
And Al, guess who just arrived in our side chat?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look. Let me look. I gotta pay attention.
It's the pastor.
Look.
We now have a
Oh, Mr.
pastor.
Fuckleberry.
Oh yeah. Did you tell him what I renamed him?
I didn't. No, he just got here,
Oh, he
and
just
so
got here.
it's
Okay, all right.
it's your.
All right,
it's-
we'll just see if he
it's you
behaves
two.
himself or not before we tell him that he has a new moniker around here.
Sure, I mean, or you can tell him no. I don't give a flying
Oh,
F.
I'm gonna
I
wait.
mean,
I'm gonna wait and see if he earns
okay,
it.
okay. Let's go. Let's
See if
crack
he
on
earns
then.
it. See if he acts like a regular person or not, or if he's gonna be a fuckwit.
Yeah, so let's
Racist
crack
gonna
on.
be racist.
And
Let's crack on.
by the way, Pastor Huckabee, you might want to take some cues from Brother Paul in that last stream I did.
Yes.
Oh man.
Let's get right to our Ken Delaney. And Ken, what is Spafford charged with right now? What else did investigators say they found?
As of now, Valerie, he's only charged with illegally possessing a short-barreled unregistered rifle, but it seems pretty clear they're planning more charges. They were arguing to this federal judge that he should not be released on bond because he's a danger to the community.
So this is some of the photos, and I think I can show this on YouTube. But these are photos of some of the improvised explosives that he built.
Not only because they recovered that massive cache of explosives, but because he appears to be an anti-government extremist. They said that he was using...
And that's the vest that they found that they said had the explosives in it. So that was supposedly supposed to go on the front of a vest, or a part of a vest that was supposed to have the explosives attached to it.
Pictures of President Biden.
Think about when we said these people are the fucking Christian Taliban.
Yes,
What
that's
vest was
exactly
that?
similar.
That's a fucking Hamas Taliban vest.
Yeah.
They should be getting Molly vests with the quick release ones so that they don't you can throw them quickly. Or should we not be giving them ideas?
No, let's let them. Hopefully, never
have
mind. We
enough
can't say
bad
anything.
ideas
We can't say anything. We
themselves.
can't say anything. Let's just crack on because I do not want to get in
Let's
trouble.
have them just go Taliban. Then
for target practice,
they
and he talked to a neighbor
can do one
about
thing.
bringing back political assassination.
Yes, let's crack on.
So right there, using pictures of President Biden for target practice. I mean, and talking about bringing back political assassinations, like making America great. What is this crazy talk?
So he appears to have some very extreme beliefs, and the federal government wants him.
What extreme beliefs? A guy who was making 150 explosives on his farm? No, not at all.
Behind bars. That's where he is right now while a judge considers the evidence valid.
So he was also recently trying to. He sought qualifications in a sniper rifle shooting at local range. So he was beginning to train as a sniper rifle shooter.
We know he was only recently arrested, but this investigation goes back at least a year, right?
That's right. A neighbor became interested in him when he moved to the area near Norfolk, Virginia, and noticed that he had lost some fingers and learned that it was because of his handling of homemade explosives.
Oh my Jesus Christ, dude. He got caught because he blew off his goddamn motherfucking fingers. Thank God he blew off his motherfucking fingers. Otherwise, this motherfucker would still be out there plotting.
And so let's pause right here and talk about this. If you're looking to
should have
have
blown up
a nice, happy, balanced life, you should have some good hobbies, right? But if your hobbies result in the loss,
Isn't this one of those cute little games that the mind game that people play to try to get us? Do you know why rabbits shit little pellets? And then they always go, y'all, I figured y'all don't know shit. It's one of those word games, right? Or yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't know
wombats.
whether or not to even acknowledge him.
No, I was
Well,
just
yeah,
going to.
wombats
We're not
shit
going to.
cubes.
Yeah, and they shit cubes, and I'm just gonna crack on.
loss of limbs or fingers, you should probably look into other hobbies. Well, what do I know? I'm a guy with 10 fingers.
That neighbor provided the tip to the FBI and also apparently recorded this person secretly.
Yeah, that's great.
So the FBI has been watching him for a while, but they only recently got a search warrant to go to the residence, and then they found explosives.
Well, I do think it's worth acknowledging his neighbor, who's the patriot, right, who recorded him, probably stopped a tragedy from happening.
And Ken, what is his lawyer saying about all of this?
Well, his lawyer is pushing back strongly against the idea that he's a danger to the community. He hasn't spoken specifically.
Yeah, just every human, you know, as a hobby.
What kind of lawyer says, yeah, he was his building, all he's doing is ranting about the government. He's not a danger. It's probably the craziest conspiracy theorist known. He's not a danger.
No, he is a lawyer that's getting paid to be a lawyer. That's what lawyers do. They're paid to talk bullshit in your defense. That's what is happening. That's all that's happening is.
If I was a lawyer, right, I wouldn't have enough guts to go to a judge and say, yeah, and then this dude's not a danger, because I'd be afraid of being held in contempt.
Sure, but you know there's a lot of ambulance chasers, and I know that's technically outdated, but anybody who wants a paycheck to make money on a case that they don't care if they win or not. You know what I'm saying?
Did I make it back?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay,
and
good. Sorry, my wife called and totally interrupted the whole thing. I didn't have the heart to tell her I was on the show.
So we do have our scientists, our hive scientists. I know why rabbits poop pellets, because it's an animal fact, and I'm effing hive science. Exactly. That's why. Goddamn, Pastor. That was awesome. Thank you for that. Here we go.
Is he behaving himself?
Yeah, no, he hasn't said anything. No, I think he's scared. Good. I think he's scared. Well, no, why? He said I love Norfolk, Virginia, is what he said.
I love all the folk in Virginia.
It's a nice city. It's a nice city, yeah.
I haven't been to Virginia yet.
Doing that 40 minutes away from there.
Regina's beautiful.
Well, no, I'd like to go to Regina, but no, I meant Virginia.
Okay.
Wait. I don't know. Let me double check. Because when I was driving to New York, I don't know. I have to relook. I don't remember what states I went through, but anyways.
Drive through Virginia to get there, but you didn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember, so I'll have to double check. But let's track on.
Drove on.
Yeah, I was on the highway, but
also,
that's
Slim,
completely different story.
I put a palate cleanser. If things get crazy, I put a palate cleanser in there that I think is one of your sisters of the circus world.
And Slim, don't tell them which state borders you crossed while traveling, because you probably had something on you, didn't you?
No,
he never tried. Slim's never crossed the borders.
Nowadays we only have like marijuanas and
Virginia,
beer.
They criminalized.
Yeah, and most of the states now like are pretty okay with having the way that we have it. But anyways, you're right. Sure, why not?
Yeah, Colorado's different.
Taking it across the borders is something else.
Well, nowadays, hold on. So nowadays, because there is vapes and edibles and a handful of other things, there is a date stamp on stuff. But nowadays, there's like a lot of cross, so you can go cross states now really easy. Like you don't have to prove you got your pot from a legal source, because how the hell am I going to keep everything in the right packaging always to go everywhere? What are you talking about, you weirdos? So they actually made a lot of those laws like very, very lax now. And like when you used to buy stuff, they have to put it in this like sealed package and it has to have this thing stapled to it. Now they just hand you your vape pen. They're like, here you go. They're like, yeah. Because there's no way to regulate it anymore. You can't. There's no way. It's impossible. Because then it goes on the
bottle.
Yes, exactly. Because if you put it on the package, that stamp, then I take my vape pen out of the package. Well, now do I have to take that stamp and I have to put it on the thing? You know what I'm saying? So now there's so much crossover that they're like, we can't tell.
It's silly,
and so
government's always want to meddle with this shit.
Yeah, and they will regulate it still, like taxing the fuck out of it. But anyways, let's crack on.
To the seizures of explosives, but he's saying that the idea that this man is dangerous and an anti-government extremist is overblown and concocted, and there's no evidence of that. And initially,
except for that he's like taking target practice at images of Obama, and we need to get to the next part of where what did he do for what and when, and I think that they get into it. Oh my God, do they not? He had a jar of explosives that were so volatile that if the temperature changed too fast and you barely shook it, it would explode. In his refrigerator that his son and wife ate food out of. He didn't put it in the freezer or someplace like in the garage.
Ammonium chlorate or perchlorate.
It's something, yeah.
I'm guessing that was it.
It's something that, like, if it, like, say your son opened up the refrigerator too fast, and for some reason that shelf decided to tip. That thing, if it would have landed on the floor, it would have exploded the whole house and probably half of the neighborhood. To the best of my knowledge,
using that
was.
Anything that sensitive is used in like a blasting cap or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
God, having a jar full of and I'm guessing it was ammonium perchlorate because that's something that's easily made. That stupid asshole. I would never have anything like that around. Ever. Even if I was a mad asshole.
Yeah. Why would you put everybody at risk with this bullshit, right?
To get the government. I don't know. It's fucking dumb as shit. I don't even understand fucking half of the crap, the stuff that's happening with these idiots that they do. So anyways, let's see.
Assume this guy's an illegal immigrant, right? He snuck across the border.
Yeah, of course he did, and he did it just 3 days ago, obviously, even though he's been doing this for years, making these. But it's always a goddamn immigrant that just came over here 2 days ago. All right, so let's get into this crazy beep, and then we'll get into some other things. Yeah, no, this crazy bitch for sure. So this creepy lady says this.
Are you a subscriber to QAnon? So their theories about this stuff too?
Yes.
And do you think they're going to be a factor in the 2024 election?
Absolutely. Well, the drops tell us everything, and it's all playing out publicly. Just Donald Trump endorsing it, and it's pretty much out there. So he's trying to wake up the world.
What is she saying?
Yeah.
What about JFK Jr.?
Oh my Jesus!
What is she saying?
Yeah, he's alive.
Is he?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's around.
Do you know where he is though?
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
I feel like we went over her already, but let's go into the voting for the cougars eating people's faces, the tigers eating people's. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, the lions, the tigers, the bears, oh my, eating people's faces. I don't know, but let's listen to this idiot. Just realize you're not special, even though you're rich. MAGA's not really on your side, bro, and just watch him realize this. I will be back in a couple of seconds. This is Dark Brandon again, and we will crack on.
MAGA's only on the side of Trump, nobody else.
Yeah, and just listen to him realize in real time that he is not part of the in crowd. Let's put it that way, is the best way to put it.
Even with people giving their own messages, you have to know nobody celebrates more than when there's a divorce and an infighting in the enemy's house. You are the enemy to the other side.
Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. Please excuse my celebratory dance, but just as we saw Elon Musk create a monster with X and that monster come back to bite him in the ass, we're seeing the same thing happen now with the guy who started the PBD podcast, a guy named Patrick Bet-David. He started this podcast, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago, really seen a lot of success, but really catered to this kind of right-wing ideology. And part of that was spreading fear-mongering, xenophobic information about immigrants that wasn't true. And we're going to look at some examples of that. But here's the kicker. Patrick Bet-David is an immigrant from Iran. And I know it's hard to imagine, but the right-wing audience that he's been catering to, spreading fear-mongering information about immigrants, has turned on him. I know.
Oh my God, what?
That is very surprising. Oh
Well,
no.
we'll see, because I have things over here. I have a package that came to us, and I have money from a certain place. And I have treats, but let's do that as a palate cleanser in just a little while. I think it was okay to show. Well, it doesn't matter. Our friend Lizard, he sent me a package of candies from the Middle East. I'm pretty sure. Is that where it is? Right?
That's what I believe it was. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think is where he's at. So I have all these like interesting candies that we'll go over in a second as a part of a palate cleanser. And then maybe we'll look over things. But he sent me this. I think this is an out of date dollar bill from a place over there that I don't know if like. I think he sent it to me because they don't like take it anymore. It's like one of the out of date, like our dollar bills. You know, they go out of print or whatever.
American money never goes out of date.
No, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like this tech. I don't know. I don't know why. I forgot why he sent me that. I forgot because we talked about him sending me that because of something with it. Like not being like you. I don't remember, but it's actually really, really awesome with all of the like. There's horses over here and camels and
camel toes.
I have no idea what's on the back, and then it has this cute little flower thingy mabobber that it's like shiny. It's like foil or something. I know because it's green. It's green, so because it's that. It's not showing up on the thing. But anyways, in a second, we'll go. Sure, yeah, totes. I will totally later. And if I forget, just like say
just hit him up.
Yeah, just hit me up tomorrow.
Just send him a message now because he will forget.
Yeah, totally.
We all know Slim forgets.
And I'm just kind of being safe because I just don't want to say, although everybody will figure out where it's from. But I just know that Lizard's in the Middle East right now, and I don't know exactly where. But he did send me stuff from multiple places, which is even weirder because welcome back. You need to start drinking for sure then. What's really trippy is like some of these things are written in another language, but most of it, like it says mango. Like most of these things are written in English. And I was asking him to get me things that were not. And yes, some of them are not written in English. But I was tripped out on how much. And I think he was saying that to me. So like that one said, it's green. God damn it. But it says like Kacha mango candy. And then it's written in whatever. Am I wrong to say Arabic? Middle East? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say because if I'm wrong, I'm not trying to be a dick. And this one, it says, it says the company name, and then it's coconut. It says coconut twice. So it has, no, it doesn't. Never mind. It says coconut cola. Oh, it says coconut in the language. Okay, that makes sense. So, well, let's crack on, and then we'll look at some of this maybe in a second, or maybe just one day we'll just do like a testing of these things. I don't know what to do yet. This one's a mint thingy, and anyways, let's crack on. But thank you very much, Lizard and Mango, for being the in between. Yeah, for thank you very much, and stuff and things. So let's crack on.
Send her some love.
Oh, it's hard to believe. Let's check it out.
And welcome back, and we're glad to hear Pet Dragon.
Yeah,
so hopefully everything went okay. I didn't read that it didn't, but anyways, let's crack on.
Some of these guys are coming here that are the smartest people. Why not keep them? Why not recognize them? Why not respect the fact that they create jobs? One of the tweets I said, our founding fathers, a guy.
You know that the Americas is called a melting pot for a reason, right? Like
your founding fathers were all immigrants.
You know, those people, right? How do I put it? I actually know someone who's about that same tone that guy is. Well,
yeah.
I don't think he voted, but he knows better. And when I told him stay out of and I told about the crazy dude with the explosives.
Yeah.
He was just shocked. So a lot of people are going to find out that they ain't considered white by these assholes.
Totally. Exactly. Yeah. What happened like minutes after that happened? Fucking homie was like, I was sitting in the bar hours after it happened. It happened at like 3 a.m. or something, right? I was at the bar at 9 a.m. the next day because I'm an alcoholic. Anyways, or 10 a.m., something like that, right? So a couple hours later, sitting there, and this MAGA dude that we all know is MAGA is crap because he'll sputter this out. He comes in and he's like, that guy came over the border 2 days ago and he came over here and now he killed all these Americans. We should deport every immigrant. And me and the bartender just like hold our heads down because they had already fucking said it was a dude from Texas that was a military vet and all this other information that we had that was very, very basic at the time, but we had enough information to know that it was this.
Yeah, but that's probably not what they said on Fox Entertainment, and of course,
Well,
he only trusts what they said on Fox Entertainment.
Well, and you know what Trump said? Trump said it was all those things. Trump literally said all that. So let's crack on back to the leopards eating the faces. That's leopards, right? It's the eating the face leopard party. And then there we go.
I responds back and says, those are not your founding fathers. Guy post.
You've never heard of the saying, the people that vote for the party of the leopard eating people's faces, you vote for it because you never think that your face is going to get eaten by the leopards.
I get the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think
it's ride the tiger, wind up on the inside. I'm trying to do a Bostonian accent.
You almost got it. You were almost there. But good effort. But anyways, it's I think it's like from Roman times or like it's olden times that I think that phrase is from. That's why they say leopards. So anyways, let's crack on.
Post a picture of the Shah of Iran, says that's your founding father.
I mean, this is really strange because this doesn't sound like the X or Twitter I'm familiar with.
And I love how there's this guy just laying here with his face ripped off in the corner while this leopard is saying this. It's so amazing.
A place of harmonious love where no hate speech is ever shared. I mean, it's not like it's a platform for hate speech or anything.
But that tells you what You know, a
Yes, it
part of this,
is.
there's nationalists,
obviously,
and there's white nationalists. White nationalists, Vinny, don't want people like us here. They just don't. White nationalists are a very different model, and they can have that argument, but this got very ugly very quick.
Yeah, no, you're spot on with the white nationalist thing.
There's so much to unpack here, right? That he's trying to make this very nuanced argument that there's this very difference between nationalism.
Oh yeah, it's nationalist and white nationalist, and why would you be a nationalist if you weren't part of the white movement?
You know,
I guess is
I hate the use of the word nationalist because, like, I love what America was. Not what it's going to turn into, but what it was. And I wanted my blue collar factory job. I wanted, I wanted a government to look out for Americans, but I also wanted my government to look out for our allies and to be in the world and to be a white beacon rather than a piece of shit. So I cared about my country, but I also know you got to care about other countries, especially your allies.
Yes, and I'm on the same page with you, Commander. I was hoping that being an American, I could go anywhere in the world and people would be like, "You're American? Tell me more," like it used to be. Nowadays, it's like, "Yeah, fuck you, American. Get the fuck out of here." Like, God damn it, you're just
better off saying
annoying.
that you're Canadian.
No, that's what we do. When you go to another country, you're like, "I'm Canadian, eh? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that." You just like barely, say like, "Hey," and "Sorry, eh?" And then people are like, "Oh, you're Canadian. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever." And it's easier.
And white nationalists, like nationalists who exist in America, want Americans to be here. You can decide what the image of an American is in their head, but I don't think it's probably an immigrant. And then
it used to not even. It was not like it. It wasn't Irish, Scottish. It wasn't Italian. It wasn't other thingamabobbers. And all of a sudden, Jewish. Like, I know it's not 100%, but now, like, you know what I'm saying? But still, now it's still very, like, sectional. And now they're trying to push out certain sections, too, now. They're like, "Oh, no, if you're Jewish, now you're not," or whatever. But
yeah, if you're Jewish, don't be fooled. Like, I've met someone who's, a Jew at a synagogue. Even has no idea yet. I won't use his name, a synagogue I used to go to. He has no idea yet that he's not part of the in crowd.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but exactly. In like a regular sense, like they have, the whiteness has brought in a bunch of cultures, but they're about ready to expel a bunch, and they really don't think that a lot of others. And I'm saying that because of what they say, not I believe this, because I am inclusive. I think everybody.
No, you're not.
The reason, I'm totally. I'm gonna do exactly what Hassan does right now. Yes, I am totally against. I am not an ally. I am against the LGBT LMNOP community. I am anti-transgender. I hate all of the other peoples. I love being white, and I think we should rule the world. And being a man, yes, I totally. All women should be barefoot in the kitchen. And okay, somebody clip that out and have fun.
Call
with
a
that.
crackhead.
Call a crackhead, exactly. No, but
That's
like,
not true.
We think that everything should be equal. Everybody should be equal.
No, we're not Pastor Fuckleberry.
And
if Pastor Fuckleberry is still here, you need to take some lessons from Brother Paul and not be such a shithead, and realize that just because we want to include everyone doesn't mean we want to exclude white straight dudes. Just because you want to be inclusive of everyone who's not a shithead to other people doesn't mean we want to exclude white straight dudes. They just can't be shitheads.
And there is, if you feel white guilt, it is because, okay. So because of what people in the past have done, feeling empathy for those generations totally makes sense. And acknowledging your white privilege and trying to make that so it does not propagate more is what we should be focusing on. The problem with these white people is they're trying to make us feel guilty for being white and my family being in the Confederate Army. No, nobody's like honestly trying to do that. We're trying to change everything. We're just trying to be better. You just need to be better. Just don't be racist. Just don't be a dick cheese to fucking other people, you asshole. That's what, you don't need to feel guilty about it. You just need to from now on go, they all fucked up throughout time. From now on, we need to now be accepting to everyone. That's how we progress. You don't need to feel guilt of it. Can you help with communities that need help? Sure. Can you do things that, you know, there needs more support for in marginalized communities and underprivileged things? Yeah, totally. But you don't have to be like, they're making me feel guilty because I know. Hey, Beck, welcome.
What
but
the
no.
heck?
Well,
once again, it's go ahead. Right?
Well, I'm just gonna say this. Well, with my family, none of them owned slaves, and any of them who were here during the Civil War on my dad's side fought for the Union, so I don't have that burden. But if you're white and you're not a racist piece of shit, then condemning racist pieces of shit can make you feel bad.
Yeah, I know,
If
exactly.
you are a racist piece of shit, then that shame you're feeling over your racism and your shitbaggery is a good thing, and you should act on it and stop being a piece of shit.
It's your subconscious and your empathy that should be kicking in, and you should be going on that and then turning that around and helping it from that. To the best of my knowledge, the first generation of my family, we thought they were German, but I think now it was more like Irish or something like that. And they came over, they moved into around the Colorado areas, the Wyoming, Oklahoma area. I don't remember 100% where we drove to when we went to the town that the people that moved here that of my family, but they started a bank. My great grandpa was one of the first people in the Americas in the Midwest to die from a car crash. He had a Model T.
My dad.
Go ahead.
First commercial. Oh, on my dad's side, they go back to when New York was a Dutch colony, and then the Austrians came a little bit later, and then John Wesley Pell came over and bought my dad's mom's family, and then the rest of them came after World War II on my mom's side.
So my family came over during right after like the Wild West would have been, let's put it that way. So it was when like civilization was like starting to like make more cities, towns, and being more stable, because I think the railroads went in around that time. So it was more stable, and I don't remember 100% like what the era, but it was more like the late 1800s or something like that, I think, or early 19. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. But the way that my my great grandpa died, I think he was driving his Model T down the road, and there was a ditch. There's ditches on the sides of the road, so the water would and he somehow skidded off, and it flipped the Model T over and landed on top of him, and he died by the Model T landing on top of him. Isn't that crazy? The freaking struts, and there was no suspension or anything. So literally he just bounced the car to where it flipped over and killed him in the middle of nowhere, butt fuck nowhere. I want to say it was Wyoming, I think, but maybe it was in Colorado. I don't remember. But anyways, let's crack on.
If I ever found a town out in the middle of nowhere, I will name it Backfuck Nowhere.
Totes. Yeah, and that was definitely a very common thing. Native American and Irish. When I did rendezvous and did Native American mountain man stuff with the Boy Scout adventure troop that I worked with, we would do 2-week rendezvous in the middle of nowhere to teach Boy Scout troops on how to start fires, shoot black powder, shoot bow and arrow, how to track, and how to sharpen objects to make things that you could
Murder
make
weapons. Yep.
Stabby things. Well, I mean, I guess more. Well, sure, whatever. Yeah, and if you don't know,
Just
Andrew,
messing with you, boy.
Andrew Taint went into a whole thing that we may go into in a second. Actually, we will in a second, but we'll crack on with it. Let's keep going. Hey, D, welcome, D. And anyways, let's crack on with it. Let's crack on. Here we go.
Okay, Trump 24 or before. What does that mean to you?
He's already president.
Oh,
He's already
that
president. He's our president.
Meaning Donald Trump is president now.
He's president now. I believe he is.
I thought this was new. This is not. This isn't new. We've already went over these cunts.
Some of the oldies.
Wait, let's see about this. Let's see about this. Here's the voter regrets. That's what we're going over, is voter regrets. So here we go. Now they went over them talking shit, and now we're gonna go over voter regrets.
And if they are intelligent, they're very misinformed. And if not that, then they just make dumb decisions on purpose.
I was in the school drop off this morning, and I was standing next to this lady. And on my bag, I have things that would clearly indicate that I voted differently than the majority of the country did. And she's just looking at me, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, here we go. And she looks at me, and I can tell she wants to say something, and I'm trying to brace myself for whatever it is she's going to say. And I'm trying to distract myself, talking to my kids, whatever. And she goes, I didn't know that Donald Trump wanted to take away the Affordable Care Act. I thought he was.
Slim, no, it gets worse because I know this video.
I know we will. I
think.
think.
Play it on.
I think we actually watched this here, but I know, and we're just gonna keep cracking on.
I was just gonna get rid of Obamacare, and I was all for that. And I paused because I wasn't sure if she was joking or not. And then I say, "Those are the same thing. They're one and the same." And she goes, "Well, I didn't."
You don't even know my Boy Scout stories, because I was in the Boy Scouts as a teen, and we'll talk about that later for sure.
Know that, and I don't know if I'm going to have insurance for my kids or for myself.
So why are these economists so?
Oh, what happened? You didn't know that was going to happen, so we totally went over this already. This is one thing, but let's crack on to. Let's get into this. So
I will
this
say this. If Trump invades or annexes a NATO ally and I'm out of the country, I'm gonna remain out. And if that happens when I'm in America, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
where are you
I'd
moving
just
to
be
in
so depressed.
Where are we moving to in Mexico? I have friends who have properties. We could probably buy a house down there for I'm just kidding. Although I'm not, but yes, I mean anyways, let's crack on. Okay, I ate a brownie and got banned. So I want 2 caravans. Okay, I don't know what that, and I'm lost, but anyways, it's okay. I'm only like one half of the sheet to the wind, but let's crack on. So this is how fucking sexist these arseholes are. Watch this douche nozzle and what he does. And maybe settle it first, but we'll talk about it. I'm going to mute it because I don't want you to hear anything. And I want you to watch this first and then see how this happens. He won't even acknowledge her. He never looks up. He doesn't look at her. Okay. Right. Let's just watch this again. He walks over with the Bible. He brings it over. I'm going to slow it down because this is a little bit faster. So let's just slow down a little bit. He comes over. She says, "Hey, how's it going?" I think let's go ahead and play her saying hello to him, I think.
Don't worry.
Okay. Let's hear the
He's
whole
not
audio.
looking at
Give us a second, Brainless.
Yeah, we're bye.
He says, "It's okay, I won't bite." He won't even look up at her. He's like barely like penguin walking next to her. He waddles himself up to her like he's a scared little fucking 5-year-old that's never seen a woman before that he finds attractive or something.
He's scared he'll be pitching a tent.
No, yeah, especially over a woman of color.
That's a sin.
Yeah, no, to him, he thinks if I get hard thinking about a woman that ain't fucking my wife or that is not white, then goddamn it, I'm gonna go to hell no matter what. When I go have to talk to goddamn Gabriel at the gates, when he goes, "Hey, why'd you get a boner looking at that black lady?" I'm gonna be like, "I couldn't help it," like he literally is that racist. Just watch what happens next.
Don't worry. Okay.
She's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening where exactly we're at. I can't believe it's so blatantly racist what's happening right now."
Do you solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States? Congratulations. Thank you.
Now watch what this douche nozzle does. He has not looked up from looking at the Bible the whole time. He doesn't even look at the white woman to his right. But watch what happens next.
Thank you for your work. Thank you. Congratulations to you. Thank you.
Did y'all see that? Did you see that? Did y'all see that? Did you see that? If not, we're gonna go over this again. Watch.
When like an imam does it, then they get so mad. But when a Christian fucker does it, oh no, that's completely fucking normal. Fuck you very, very much.
Exactly. So now we have these two very, very intelligent, lovely ladies that are totally smarter than anybody else that's in the frame of this goddamn motherfucking video. And this douche nozzle does what? Watch this bullshit. They can.
Congratulations to you. Thank you.
He nods, sits down, doesn't look at her again. He never looks at her again.
I think I speak for the majority of decent human beings when I say hood.
Dude, you're a fucking cunt
who the
for
fuck
doing
does
that.
he think he is? Like, what the mother?
Executively.
But like, hey, he's probably friends with Pastor Fuckleberry. He doesn't respect women.
Yeah, obviously he sent his 17-year-old daughter in here to try to like propagate his bullshit, and it's like, dude, that's just like using your children as a weapon, and that is a horrible thing.
And also, like, yeah, we talk about stuff that I don't know if you want your kids to be like, I don't know. Talking about that, like if you're in that group, you probably don't agree with kids hearing the things we have to say.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I believe that over 18 should watch the show. I don't claim it to always be that. If you watch this and you're 16 on your own, cool. But I am not going to talk to a 17-year-old or somebody under 18 that their father sent in to disturb my side chat. That is not how this world works. I am not going to put up with that. We're not going to do that. I am not
also,
going
like,
to.
I'm like anybody under 18. I'm not gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
About religion with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like,
that's not
like,
appropriate. That's not appropriate for us
like,
to do. So
it's also potentially setting someone up against their family. Like that's not something I
well,
want to do.
I'm not going to take you sending in your 17-year-old daughter to come into here and try to talk to us. Like, no, that's fucking weaponizing that, and she does not need to be in the middle of anything. She does not. We don't. That's not a battle that I am willing to sit here and even pretend to give any kind of credence to. But let's crack on with this.
USA! 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 America first!
Rồi, Biden xuống cầu tiêu!
These Vietnamese folks are fired up. They don't want communism. They've already seen communism.
We are here at the FBI office in Orange County, their FBI field office at 4000 West Metropolitan Drive in Orange, California. Kelly's a great guy. I've known Kelly for months. I think he's probably the most committed patriot here in Orange County. He's always going out with his flags and, standing alone against the tide. Kelly's so
What is he doing to sell things to make money? How is he making his money? That's what I'm very interested in. And bro, how did you bust the bottom of your teeth? I feel like it was. I feel like it's very frat boy. I feel like this is very frat boy right here. Those teeth right there, especially Southern frat boy.
done is awesome. He actually looked exactly like Kelly, just 30, 40 years younger.
So my name's Kyle Johnson, and then my dad is Kelly. I'm his son. And yeah, we're just out here today. Just out here protesting. It's my first time at one of these Johns, and just happy to be out here. Yeah.
Why don't you cut your hair to look like a proper person if you're going to be in front of this many people? But anyways, that's not the worst thing about this douche nozzle for sure. His outfit is fucking terrible, and I know he's wearing fucking team colors, but you look like a piece of shit, bro. And okay, I'm just gonna stop there until we get further into this, and then I'll talk about fucking how he looks like he might be allegedly on drugs.
Yeah, thanks for the candle. Sweet.
God bless America. They're trying to take our country. Let's get it back. Let's get it back. People got to wake up.
They're trying to take their what?
If you ever see somebody with this flag,
shoot them.
The "Don't Tread on Me" flag, they're okay with pedophilia most of the time. Let's put it that way. That's all I'm gonna go with. They're libertarians and they believe in underage marriage, most of them, and that's why they fly this, which means don't step on my rights to be able to do whatever I want. They don't want to pay for roads. They don't want to pay. They're almost like sovereign citizens, but they don't claim to be that because most of them are ex-military, which is even weirder that they're like, I don't want to pay for roads. I don't want to pay for things, but I want all of the goddamn privileges. And I went to war to make it so that people pay for the taxes and the money, and then the structure of the system of the government is what you fought for, you dumb cunt. Okay. Anyways. Okay.
Not for them. It's like it's a cool way to connect with him, and like
it's a cool way for me to hang out with my dad. I mean, like otherwise he wouldn't hang out with me, like because I'm like he says I'm too femboy to hang out. Otherwise, like this is the only way he wants to hang out. Like I would just want to play the cello or something, but no, the only way to have get love from my dad is to hang out with his. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like obviously it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I do see a lot.
He just said this is not my. He just literally
to get brownie points with his dad.
He literally just said this is not my favoriteest thing in the world. He's like, I'd rather be fucking my boyfriend in the ass than doing this. But no, I want to get the love from my father, so I have to pretend that I'm not gay and that the guy that I live with is my roommate and he's not my boyfriend and we didn't get married last year. And I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Calm down, Lord. Calm the fuck down.
I know. Calm.
The points of like where he's coming from, and I could understand why he's so passionate about these things. Yeah. So it's cool to be a part of that, just to be supportive of him.
If Trump won, then why are you out there? Why are you guys still doing this? What the fuck is wrong with you idiots? Why are you still? Because you want to know why?
They have been mind raped into perpetual anger.
Well, and
if
they have nothing.
Anger ever stops, then they will come to their senses. They need to be in a state of perpetual stupidity and rage in order to keep it going. The lizard brains are engaged.
Well, and also, like, if they're not doing these protests, there's nothing else in their life. Their wife divorced them. Their kids usually disown them. Luckily for this douche nozzle, his one son, he's probably got 5 other kids, and this only one son is the one who's talking to him. So it's divorced dads, it's incels, and people that are like, this is the only thing that gives me purpose, because otherwise I live in my mom's basement and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or like I live by myself after my wife left me because I beat her because I'm a douche nozzle, you know? So this is the only thing these idiots have, is this wannabe protest thing they're doing, or having this cult, the Trump cult. So they're stuck in this.
They need this to feel like a man.
And yeah, to feel like they have purpose in their life. There's nothing else going on in their life, so this is the only thing that gives them a fucking way to feel like something's happening.
They feel like a man because they can't please a woman.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, just like a flat earther, they probably have micro penises and don't understand size. And you know, they've been telling women they're 8 inches when they're 4. You know, so anyways.
Regime is founded upon a swamp of lies and depravity.
What are some of the other things that you and your dad do together besides this? Yeah, so I mean, we like to.
That's it.
Go on bike rides. That's like one of the funnest things we'll do. Just go hit up
with Trump flags on the back of our goddamn bike. I don't know.
Either like Newport or Huntington Beach, and just go, get some sun. That kind of stuff.
Just made for me. You know the flags that the little kids have on the bicycle, so they're more visible.
Yes,
I see them, but not with Trump flags.
Yeah, no, that's exactly similarly what. You're breaking up,
Commander.
Yeah, you're breaking up like a mug, Commander. But anyways, let's crack on to. I mean, obviously, let's see. Yeah, I think it's about almost that. It's almost about that time.
To do what?
To get out of here. I'm exhausted, and I think I don't know. We'll talk about some of the other thingy. Okay, let's do this.
Slim, do you have any suggestions for any American ales?
American ales. An American ale, American ale, American ale. An American ale. I know, not off the top of my head. That's not like a local thingy.
Just send him a message about that.
Yeah, definitely remind me.
Because he'll forget about this.
Let's crack on. Let's crack on to Candace Owens and this. So here we go with Candace Owens.
Does she still believe the Earth is flat? By the way.
Yes,
hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. There has been so much infighting on the right, and we don't even need leopards. They're going to eat each other's faces. Whether we're talking about Steve Bannon.
Okay.
But what wasn't? But
Here we go.
Wasn't her producer
and Maura Loomer attacking Elon Musk?
The final experiment.
What?
Wasn't her producer on the final experiment?
No, they didn't go. She didn't. They didn't send it. Of course. Yeah, of course they were supposed to send it, but of course they didn't fucking do it. Duh, obviously.
For the H-1B visas, or this new drama that I want to show you guys that wasn't as talked about as much And this is Candace Owens and the Babylon Bee going against each other. The Babylon Bee is a satirical website. I believe they're on the right, but they're not afraid to make fun of their own. And they do in this article that we're looking at right here. It's titled, Candace Owens Horrified to Learn Christmas Was Started by Birth of a Jew. U.S.
Sorry, but how stupid are you Americans? Hey, Victoria.
No. Hold on. Listen, you didn't listen. This is a satirical thing that the Babylon Bee did, and she flipped her shit when they made this thing about her. Hey, Victoria. So this is a fake article, and just listen to what it says, though, and then we'll get into Candace Owens talking about how they made this up about her and how mad she is they made this up about her. So let's crack on.
Media personality Candace Owens was shocked and appalled today after discovering that Christmas originated because of the birth of a Jew. You got to be kidding me, exclaimed a stunned Owens. This whole thing, the lights, the carols, people worshiping, all this started because of a Jew being born? Ugh. Our national calendar revolves around this holiday, and no one talks about it because of a Jew. And we're still pretending like they control everything.
National,
the horrified
international.
Oh my God, I love this so much, dude. If you've never looked at the Babylon Bee, you need to look them up. This is so great.
Owens began tearing down all of her Christmas decorations and throwing them out to the curb, disgusted that she had been tricked by a Jewish plot. Lighting her knee.
Now, as a Jew, I have to let it out that we just tend not to believe in Jesus. So I will just do all the heavy lifting, gathering the nations before a Jewish king to worship him.
There we go. Exactly. So let's crack on a little bit.
You know, I'm just kidding, but
yes, of course. Yes, obviously.
Activity scene on fire. Owens resolved to expose the villainous Christmas plot to her listeners. Real Christians do not celebrate Christmas, said Owens the next morning as she began taping. The fact is, if you're celebrating Christmas, you've been duped. You're just a pawn cheering the birth of a Jew. Just like
Do realize Christmas has been banned in America at some point by Christians.
Yeah, the Puritans banned it.
Yes, it was for a hot second.
It was, oh, I guess. You wouldn't believe how happy Nazis are. Hear a Jew lead them Romans chapter 9. The Apostle Paul, a Hebrew of Hebrews, the tribe of Benjamin. Then you remind them that Jesus wasn't the Western European.
Yes.
They are.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. Just more with this, and then we'll hear her cry about how she does not like the Babylon Bee, and we should not take it as a trusted news source.
Like they want you to. And when I say they, I think you know, I mean the Jews. At publishing time, Owens had once again gasped in dismay after learning that Easter celebrated the coming back to life of a Jewish guy.
Okay, so
she's writing. She's full of all the conspiracies, including the anti-Semitic ones. That's why the Babylon Bee is poking fun at her like this.
Yeah, yes, but also like the fact that she got mad at it, like
she's dumb as
that
shit.
It would be but also that it would be plausible for her to act like that because she's that stupid. If you are a sound-minded person, like. If somebody wrote that about you, you'd laugh about it and be like, "Oh, you dumbasses," and nobody would even believe it. You wouldn't even think that anybody would believe it because it's so.
The thing is, she's a round-earth skeptic. She's skeptical that the Earth is round, and she entertains flat Earth bullshit.
Night, pet dragon. Feel better.
Good night, dragon.
But anyway,
if you're willing to entertain the idea that the Earth is flat, then of course you're stupid enough for people to actually believe this about you.
But listen to what she said, and then what the Babylon Bee said back to her. This happened on Christmas Day. Remember this. Just listen to what happened on Christmas Day. What she decided. Hey, Jinx, you welcome.
Hey, Jinx.
Just listen to what she did on Christmas Day. Instead of spending time with her family, her loved ones, and actually, like getting offline for a day or two, just throwing away her phone, throwing her phone into a fucking closet or something. Her punk ass did all of this, and I will be right back. I have to use the loo, but just watch.
The engagement begins on December 27th, and that was the day that the article was published. And Candace Owens reaches out to Seth saying, "Is this an invitation for me to come on your podcast and discuss your really funny jokes? Because if so, I fully accept. I think it would be an illuminating discussion for the public to understand why I simply don't like the way you move behind the scenes." That was a very much a Candace Owens tone there. I love it. And she's quoting Seth in a previous tweet where he's talking about when they joked about Vivek. When we made jokes about Vivek, he laughed and leaned into it and sat down with us, and we talked about the need to take ourselves less seriously. But it's great here, right? We see Candace Owens inviting herself over and at the same time saying, "I simply don't like the way you move behind the scenes." Classy lady. She then replies saying, "Not even a debate, a discussion about his company and jokes, which we will help clarify matters to the public." She then goes on to say he is publicly representing that this is all just satire and nothing more. "I am stating that I know he is not being truthful. Daylight is always the best disinfectant." And so we see someone saying the comedian must be investigated. Then Candace replies saying, "I'm not the joke police. Didn't you get..." And she replies, "I'm not the joke police. Didn't you just text me a week ago saying we are still friends? I'm just asking to come on your podcast because you offered Vivek as an example of how we should all aspire to handle jokes. I'm taking your advice. Can we make it work in January?" Another random person responds, "Your sarcasm..."
I didn't hear because I don't have the thingy-ma-bobbers, but I've watched this, or I've already went over most of this. So this is hilariously silly that she's doing this. And I'm sorry. I guess it came out. The post came out on Christmas, but then she started 2 days later, I guess, is what happened. But here is her dumbass still going on.
With, "I'm just asking to come on and I'm taking your advice" is sick. I don't know if you have an honest bone in your body. You just seek to tear down. And this is very true. Very toxic and wants to tear everybody down. And she lives in a very paranoid world, which has to be
very, very paranoid. Okay, so let's go to maybe the next thingy-ma-bobber is... Then she now responds to this way.
"Because this is clearly inaccurate." Then another random person replies saying, "The difference is that the Babylon Bee's critique is accurate." They then go on to say, "It's anti-Christian on many levels for someone who claims to be a Christian to create blanket animosity towards Jews." So it's really great to see all these random strangers holding Candace accountable. And again, now we're looking at December 28th, so this has already gone on.
And if they're a satire fucking website or a publication, why do they care which side they're being on? That's what I think is so funny, that she's like, they don't go, it's like they go against everything. Like they're literally just a satire goddamn motherfucking thing.
On for one day. Finally, we see Seth Dillon reply, and he says, and I really like his reply here, right?
So here is, I think it's one of the gentlemen who works there. I think that's who this Seth Dillon is, and we'll figure that out in a second, obviously. Yeah, and I think that, so again, now he is rebutting, "You're a dumbass cunt, and this is why."
Right? As someone who makes satire myself, he says, "Yes, the joke is that Candace is obsessed with Jews. It's funny because it's true. It's been true for a long time. It would be strange if we never joked about it. Then she proved it was true by getting mad and saying we're attacking Christians and never making fun of Jews because we have a secret agenda that she wants to expose. Conspiratorial nonsense that made the whole thing funnier. Behind it all is our personal relationship, which has been cordial and mutually respectful. But I don't want to let my personal relationships interfere with our work. All writers' jobs is to mock things, just as hers is to attack ideas and narratives she finds objectionable. She offends a lot of people, including her friends. I know she lost many because of it. So have we. Truth-telling does that."
And here we keep going, and this guy's amazing. I love him so much.
It isn't a nefarious plot, though. At least not from our end. And I don't claim to know anyone else's motives. What we don't do is invite other people offended by our jokes to lecture us about why this one didn't count as valid satire. That's silly, self-serious, and not productive. No humorist has an interest in dissecting his jokes like that. Introspection could be productive, though. And that's what biting satire aims to spark. Just
Yes, it is just satire, and that's all that it was, you dumb cunt. And it's triggering, it triggered you. That's the part of it as well, dumbass. You should have just looked at it and laughed, just like Brainless said, and just like everybody else says. You should have just chilled and laughed at it, just like what Trump's been doing with all of his folks.
I think the problem is, like, they're pointing out her obvious evil things. Like, if it's if you're not that bad, like, yeah, they can make fun of something stupid you did, and like, you can laugh about that. But like,
she's getting offended because
she's evil.
Yeah, and she is, and that's why she was getting offended, and that's why she's pointing it out and pulling it out.
That's also
And
kind of hard to laugh about. Oh yes, haha! The world thinks I'm evil.
Amongst the evil and stupid things off the top of my head, and this is only the tip of a disgusting iceberg. Shortly after Putin invaded Ukraine, she suggested America liberate Canada and Australia. Maybe it said she would have Australia if the dumb fuck could find it on a map, and we all had a good laugh. Then, she spreads anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. She spews the hate, and she's a giant piece of shit.
she's a sellout to her own culture, her own background, for sure. All right, folks, that's where we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Tomorrow is going to be another drunk news report. I only got part of the stream together, so I will have it posted tomorrow with a thumbnail and what we're going to be completely going over. I think some of it will be some of the technologies that we hope to see in 2025, I think is one of the things. And then I have subjects that I am still trying to figure out which ones I want to go over. So we will see tomorrow, and I'll post that, and then we'll all be here. So same freak time, same freak channel. We'll see you all then. Everybody, we're gonna get the fuck out of here. So bye.
Fuck out of here.
Bye.